Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to LEGO City Undercover. Let's continue. We transferred between 2 or 3 different locations in the last recording and ended up in Pagoda. In a funny way, I've become so forgiving of the micro stuttering and the lagging that I literally can't remember in the hour that I just recorded if I even ran into any. I'm fairly certain I did. Like, every bit of logical brain I have tells me I totally did. But I can't really remember it. Which I guess is a better mental position to be in. Like, it sucks when games aren't perfect, certainly. Games, I'm not really even demanding perfection from games, in all honesty, but they need to be at least mostly bug-free, reasonably bug-free. If they aren't, then that's a problem that should be addressed, and this is a game that had plenty of time and opportunity to address its problems and didn't. Although there is also argument I've heard that a lot of the micro stuttering was actually introduced with a Windows 10 update, and so if I just uninstalled Windows 10 and went back to Windows 7, everything would be hunky-dory. I almost want to believe that to be true. It certainly would explain how I, in some process, went from running, I believe, Windows 7 on my gaming laptop to running Windows 10 almost from day one on my gaming PC that I'm using right now. Like, that seems believable. But just because it seems believable doesn't mean it's true, and it's not like Windows 10 just happened. As of this recording, Windows 10 has been out for years, and there's a micro stutter, so yeah, it's still happening. There's a decent amount of things still to get and do. In particular, I accomplished things that unlocked character tokens, so now I have to run and get the character tokens. Our main focus should be Uptown, however. Uptown has not been addressed well at all. And this whole big island, like all of these 4 sections have barely been touched, and that's not 100% I think my fault. I think some of the blame definitely falls on the fact that there's just been this lack of interest. Now, look here, we went, just with this line, we went from Chinatown basically to Times Square. It's just very awkwardly placed, and it really has nothing to do with anything, because we I guess maybe we're now in Bright Lights Plaza. Yeah, but the whole thing seems to be an awkward connection there. And I'm sure when you're just playing the game normally, you wouldn't really recognize that that's a problem. But yeah, you take 5 seconds to even look, you go, oh yeah, this whole section was just crammed together.
Excuse me, mister. Why are you dressed as a dinosaur?
So I can tell all you kids about our exciting new range of dinosaur toys! Roar! Roar! Roar!
Oh, I assumed it was because you didn't pay attention in school.
Roar.
That's the one
Hello,
that needs to be
I'd like to
scanned.
buy this complete set of Space Galaxy Ranger spaceships, please.
This is like a toy store.
Are they for you?
No,
I guess it's
don't be
probably
ridiculous.
FNA,
What do you think I am, some sort of
FAO
weirdo
shorts.
collector?
Oh, sorry. Do you need any batteries for them?
And take them out of their packages? They'll lose all their value. I mean, yes.
Mom, I want this toy truck.
What's the magic word?
I want this toy truck or I'll tell Dad how much those shoes you bought cost.
Close enough.
So, yeah, FAO Shorts, I think, has a Times Square location. I'm not sure
I love
it
coming to
does.
this toy shop. It reminds me of being a kid.
When the cops weren't allowed to arrest you.
Yeah, happy days. Anyway, we can't yap forever. Have you stolen everything you wanted?
Yep.
Great. Then let's go see what discounts we can find at the shopping mall.
Shoplifters. I'm gonna make sure they pay the full price of their crimes.
Okay. So we're gonna need to run as fast as possible. We have 25 seconds to get there. There's not really enough time to grab a vehicle.
Right. We'll start with a little window shopping and then make our move.
They're dancing for really no reason. Oh, man, they're so far away.
It's a cop! Get him!
Ready for a bruising?
Let's get
Not
that
again.
and that
That's my day ruined.
and that and then that
If you don't
and
mind,
that
I have somewhere else I gotta be.
and then get this guy.
Stop, please. I need to get to the gym more.
Like, it won't let me capture him in this way. Interesting. Well,
Stop in the name of the law.
can we capture him now?
Oh, come on. Stop chasing me.
Oh man, come on. Where'd he go? And so if this guy escapes,
I'm going to catch you.
why can't I capture this guy? It wants me to do it that way, I guess. It seems like a pain in the butt to make it unnecessary. And if you were gonna make it so they could just escape from the grappling gun in special cases, they should just escape from the grappling gun. They shouldn't be caught for long enough that I could reach them from a distance. There we go. We're seeing a lot of this happen where there's several super bricks next to each other. And this is nice and all, but not very Lego-y. FAO Shorts, I'm sure does have a Lego section, but it's not like they have any special agreement with Lego as far as I know. Lego did open a Times Square store. I think so. But I'm fairly certain that that would have happened after the fact of this game coming out. So some of that kind of makes sense, some of that doesn't. I know I haven't been here before, so what's the deal with that? That's gotta be a disguise character token. So we'll just run around back here and see where this ends up letting this be. Interesting. Where is this taking me? It's not even showing me on screen where the rings are appearing. it's still having the rings appear. This is way too long a hover location. Okay, that got me on top of the opera section, which then takes me here, which then takes me here. This feels like this is going to be a time trial. We unlock the magician. Probably should scan some things. So, how am I supposed to get out of here? I have to teleport again? This is not an efficient way to do this. Where did he go? Alien caught. 1 of 3. Done. We really haven't done anything in this area, so it's not surprising that there's a decent amount of things around. Let's see. Here's a Lego store. Maybe this is the Lego store with the 3 things inside that you need to build. Oh yeah, it is. So there was 2 Lego stores, but so the Times Square Lego store does exist. Maybe this was just hopeful ambition on their part that when this game came out, or maybe they just knew. Okay, so you break this, and then you build that. You break this, and you build that. And that's an old build for sure. And then you've got your wall of pick-a-brick parts that are giving you a decent amount of bricks. There's a thing, there's a thing. There's a Lego dragon up at the top. That might be the 3rd thing. There it is. 3 out of 3. So if you were going to get to 100%, you had to do that anyway, so you would have gotten that achievement. We've now unlocked Lizard Man. I have no idea if this is how the actual Lego store in Times Square looks. Times Square, the New York Lego stores, I think the 2 or 3 of them that exist, do have a Statue of Liberty custom minifig that you can't get anywhere else, and I don't think that there's maybe the Japanese store has something special at its a special minifig. I know that the Leicester Square one in London has a special minifig, but most Lego stores don't have anything custom. So there's good reasons, particularly if it has a Lego world attached and you have kids that will allow you to get into the Lego world attachment, which is Lego World Discovery Centers or whatever they're called, are kind of like a Ripley's Believe It or Not museum of where you just play with Legos and see a few exhibits of Legos. But otherwise, if you're just trying to buy Lego sets, going to a Lego store is not much better than ordering online. Maybe you could get an idea of how damaged the boxes are. Sometimes when you order things from Lego, the boxes are kind of bent up and damaged, and it's sad and pathetic and really shouldn't be that way. So that there might be some benefit there, but you're also going to have a limited selection at every store I've seen, and the pick-a-brick walls are potentially useful, and if you are close enough to a LEGO store that you could visit it on a weekly basis, you might find some really valuable pieces in the pick-a-brick wall setups. But I think if you're driving an hour or even 30 minutes to get to a LEGO store, that's probably not going to be worth your time either. You could meet and hang out with other LEGO fans, both adult and kid fans at LEGO stores. That's one selling point, I suppose. But yeah, they really wouldn't be my first pick of the kind of toy store you would want to go to. I would be much more interested in going to FAO Schwartz, which is just going to be full of rather expensive toys. So, but you'll definitely see a lot more square footage and a lot more that a lot more that you can play with, and a lot more variety at FAO Schwartz compared to the LEGO store. You can even see it in this representation. The LEGO toy store in Times Square is really small, where the FAO Schwartz is shown as a huge place. And while there are very few FAO Schwartz that exist in the United States, they all tend to be really big. Doesn't this kind of look like a face or a monster? I don't know why I'm getting that impression looking at the pizza. It's just a weird logo. We've got things all over the places. All kinds of stuff that needs to be collected. Here we're looking at all the flags that seem like they might be fake flags. Can't grab the rails. Okay. There's a train station. Fast travel, so we can come back to this area if need be, and at least we'll be a little bit closer. I have to say it almost every time, they should have forced us to unlock all the fast travel stations. It makes so much more sense than just letting it be an option. It would have totally sped up this process at the very least. Hey, that's a car robber challenge. We've got some other things over here. Let's see. Wheatley's Bakery. I imagine there's like a Wesley's Bakery that's somewhat famous. And that's a pun on that. I have no idea where I would have run into the necessary color gun or the dynamite dispenser to. They've blown that up the normal way. Maybe right next door.
Hey, how's things?
Alright, so this one just requires you to fix it. Which you don't do a lot of this. You don't fix things. Which, yeah, there could have been a lot more of that. So that would have given me the color gun. This is the second place. Let's see. It kind of pushes you out. Second place where we've run into a rotating thing. I guess the broken ATMs just stay broken. I guess I didn't figure that out until just now. Because you move so fast on this, it just doesn't matter. It's like, yeah, things happen. Let's see if there's a special brick inside of there. Yes. Boulders to destroy. I don't believe there's ever been another LEGO game where you destroy boulders consistently as one of the metrics. I guess they felt the need to have the miner do something more than just blow up things. Which I guess kind of makes sense. But it does really boil back down to the general idea of why not just have Chase be the main character in this game, and then Chase goes and meets with the miners, and then he learns how to do certain things. Like, he learns how to blow things up from the miners, or he gets dynamite from the miners. Instead of having a new character you play as. Or, I mean, he does disguise himself as a miner. So, one would assume he could play the part somewhat. So come over to the edge, climb up here, wait for the micro stutter. The micro stuttering might be the cars. I never thought of that. That might be it in a nutshell. It might just be not me getting in a car as much as it is all the cars. Just every car having an AI trying to drive. Bad programming all around. That might be it. Alright, this looks suspicious. So let's go and punch these. This is the watering section. I guess the miner breaking boulders is still better than the farmer watering plants. People don't just randomly wander around areas watering plants, even if you happen to be a farmer. There's a car theft mission over there. I think what we're doing is we're potentially moving. Yeah, we're on the verge of leaving this area and going to the next area, which that makes sense because the higher we can be, the better. The higher in the map we can be, the better. That's
how's things?
This dialogue is so generic.
I should spend more time in the
How's things? Let's see. This seems to cross over into a couple of different places. Alright, well. We've got 45 of this going on. I'm not sure I'm 100% confident here. It feels like there's a lot of different areas this could end and go into. Excuse me, sorry. Yeah. So we missed 3 things. Are they over here? Are they over here? What's popping up? So that's where we started. That's 1. There it is. It gave me a lot of time, otherwise I wouldn't have been able to get that done.
No idea why I didn't get that job at the library.
Hi there.
So, let's look back and see if we can try and stay in one area just for a little bit more time. Where is it? Yeah, we're at a hotel. Feels like this hotel would have played a role, but apparently not. Hotels would have been a good secondary location to have. Here's a third instance of the door spinning. Interesting, you usually don't get vehicle tokens. A secondary or third type of place to be robbed, like hotels, I imagine get robbed fairly frequently. Although, who knows with modern credit card usage, how much you really get from that. Where I'd imagine gas stations and restaurants get robbed as a secondary area, and banks, at least in TV, get robbed the most. So we have banks, we have hotels, we have some gas stations. There could have been plenty of places where you could have been called out as a police officer to do random missions, and frankly the game should have told me you have to do some of these missions before you can move the story forward. And oddly, for LEGO games, this is kind of the only LEGO game where I believe that is true. Like all the other LEGO games, it totally makes sense and works that you want to play the story and just the story first, and then you want to run around in the free open world and do free runs. I guess there's something to be said about, wow, that angle is weird. What? Talk about glitching. Like my foot gets stuck under there or something and it shot me way up. I think maybe this is just my nostalgia for the way LEGO games used to be too, but maybe there's an argument that the open world concept doesn't 100% guarantee work in LEGO games. There is a LEGO Marvel Superheroes too, so I guess that would be a game I would need to buy and run as an experiment just to see if that is the case. Here, since we're here, let's just make sure we haven't done nearly everything. There's a silver statue, there's the time trial race, and there's a car stealing mission in an ATM, and that's kind of it. There's a coffee break in this area too. So, and there's some micro stuttering. Let's see. Here's the car. Over here is a super brick. And I guess that's still gonna be an issue, because if I really haven't been paying attention to all the bricks in an area. So I may accidentally have confused myself into thinking that I've done more than I had. And this is the nightclub. And is this supposed to be like a Trump hotel? The IR hotel? Or the lion's mane logo? Like I have no idea what hotels would be in Times Square, if any. Here we've got, it looks like a movie theater or a space agency. Museum maybe? So let's look around here, but we're gonna pretty quickly have to give up on everything. This whole section is really just one small strip of road. Right. 50% off. Club 89. As compared to Studio 54. That's funny, Studio 54 89 seems like more of a reference to 69 than Studio 54 seems like a reference to, I believe, drugs. So by calling it 84, they made a reference. I think they censored themselves in the wrong direction. I don't know if you want to call that anti-censorship or just stupidity. Or maybe I'm just interpreting it the wrong way. Alright, down this way. Down this way. Jump, 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 jump. Oh, nope. Alright, well, we were able to recover most of this. Yeah, every time I do this, I really am just reminded of the much better things I had to do in Lego Batman 2. And frankly, I would have been way happier with the experience. Man, darn it. Yeah, I think I would have been way happier with an experience like Lego Batman 2, where this city was a lot smaller. I don't know if that's, you just have a argument that you make to say that everything is under construction right now, or what? Like, so that half the city could be closed off, or just make a smaller city. And then if they wanted to make a LEGO City Undercover 2, which they did, but they seemingly didn't ever actually succeed at doing, they could have easily expanded the city and just said, oh, there's been a ton of construction. It would have even worked well in the storyline that was being told right now, is that there was this construction mogul that was trying to build on national preserves.
Diet that stops me eating chocolate.
So yeah, you could in the second game introduce a new building mogul and say that he has caused a major increase in building and construction. There's all kinds of things. All kinds of things. Still hidden all over the place. So we need the key. Where's the key gonna be? Just have me dangerously cross the street. Don't worry, people will stop. There's way too much emphasis on the scanning feature. That really was the Wii's failure in a nutshell, is that had it not had such a focus on the camera aspect of the tablet, then the tablet itself might have worked, but it was just too early in every aspect. The technology wasn't there. The price made it unreasonable to purchase a Wii U. There's just like too many problems with what they released, and they had to skimp on like processing power for the games themselves because of that. Where did that go? Somewhere around here is a collectible, and I can't see it. Alright, well, let's go over here. James Curry. Who is that?
We must get to the shops by 4.
Here's the other ATM. An ATM full of coins. Or studs. So we've got the car. mission, which we're trying to ignore because it'll take us out of this area. We have an investigate to uncover, and then we've got a couple of things. All right. Let's ask this question. Is there a way to get up there? Or do I have to fall down from that location? And we've got a couple of more things over here to get, so let's do that. While we're at it, let's have some fun here. Let's switch things around. I'll be in the chase suit, and we'll purchase James Curry, which apparently is a criminal. Like, you can't really switch between Rex though. You have to have him. The miners, you can't really do anything with the miners, and I don't want to change the color on them. Here, we've got nothing new we can do with this, so I'm just gonna go back to what we were doing. Got nothing new that we can purchase with this. So where have all these character tokens that we've been unlocking really boiled down to? It seems like basically nothing. It's like I'm not really finding anything at all. So the vast majority of it must be residents. And residents are useless. So best case scenario, you would pick somebody that was flashy as a reset character. That's really all it could boil down to. And no real emphasis here on these special characters. They don't have any special abilities, and they really don't do anything. So we were, last time I checked, at about 71%, and we'll see how much is unlocked once we purchase everything new. I bet it doesn't change by much, honestly. What's weird is you have alien under special and under space people. That's a little weird. So yeah, we still have a ton of things. Let's see, what does that put us? 74.3% done. That's not a major improvement. So we gotta come down here, drink some coffee, and then I need to think about whether the characters up there or not. Yeah, I don't see that token character that's supposed to be here. there's supposed to be something there, and it's not, so I don't think we can do that one. Which really just then leaves us kind of racing to the top of the central area. We're actually making good progress. A bunch of people bumping into each other aside. Because we really started this section not having anything done, and we're gonna kind of finish this section having almost everything done. Let's try this.
Fancy thrust parties.
Alright, I'm already well behind, so we need to reset. Meanwhile, while we are waiting for time to happen. There is a disguise token over there. We'll see if we can run and get that. I can't believe I actually made that. Kind of goes to show they give you an extra second. Alright, so the trick here is you've got to get... I hit the A button. I guess holding the A button and... I've probably already lost even now, but if I could get, let's see, yeah, I can just get up to that point. So if I got up to that point, jump to that point. Alright. That's probably where I'm gonna lose it though. So you can get to the edge and then get up to this point. But the angles are very tight here. So I gotta keep it really tight, and then I think I could probably get to that. Alright, so the only real question is, if I do this, can I hit the timer? Yes, good. Then we don't need any of that. This, and then jump, 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 jump to that. Keep it nice and tight. Keep it going. Switch away from that character. Slide and over. And slide and over. I hope I went the right direction there. This looks like a performance of Romeo and Juliet. And micro stutter for good measure, why not? There we go, got it. But then it puts you way at the bottom, which is not where I want to be. And we've unlocked a cheerleader, which He's an unimportant character, for sure. Alright. So up we go for the third time. Every single one of these is designed to force you to do it 3 times. You have to get up there to get the time trial, which honestly the time trial should just unlock by default as soon as you're in an area, just always be unlocked, or maybe when you hit a certain number of maybe gold bricks. That would kind of make sense too. Yeah, there's a couple different ways you could do it. Oh, I was just walked off the edge. Yeah, R and J. It's not like there's a copyright for Romeo and Juliet, so they just put R and J there, I guess, to be kid friendly. Like for little kids that can't read. That would be my only guess. Alright. That was an awkward location. I would have put a ladder here. I think that's a better indication that you should go down than having the climbing sections where that has traditionally only meant upward. There's kind of nothing more I can do. So, on the other side of this wall, it seems like there's something, but it doesn't seem to have anything to do with this section. Looking over here, that is a helicopter pad. If I could get over there. There's an elevator that actually takes me over there pretty easily. So my only guess would be maybe there's a way around. I'm not saying anything. But clearly that disguise token is there. Well, I'll be darned if that didn't help me. And there's an ad for Papa Lardo's. Okay. Well, this is taking me somewhere. I guess maybe it's gonna teleport me, and that's the trick. So we have to teleport to the top of it. Okay. So that's Disco Dude. Which that I think suits me pretty well. Do we have anything left in this area? There's a vehicle stealing thing that would give us also a gold brick. And that's it. Like, as far as I can tell. Now, if I go like this, and then click on this, it'll tell me if there was something else that needs to be done, but I guess there isn't. So there's some weirdness here though, because we've got that. So either that's something we got before, or that's something that we screwed up. Come on, let me up. I walk through that center place and the music just cuts off so abruptly. Alright. Let's steal this car and see where this takes us. I hit the B button too fast. There we go. This really does need to take us somewhere different. And it doesn't seem like it is going to. In fact, this might be a pretty short car theft section. Either that or it's going to have us drive over the bridge again, which would be annoying. Like, honestly, this should just end up in Chang's garage. But I think we just drove by Chang's. Oh yeah, there was a super brick over there that we missed too, so... maybe super bricks don't count. Like, maybe we'll just hit 100% and that'll be that. It seems like we're gonna end up in Auburn Hills again. We're over 15 billion studs, over 1 million bricks. We're suited very well. We have all of the red bricks, and still this turns into a hassle. I said it last recording. It really should just be get the car past a certain region and you're done. Get it to the bridge and you're done. Get it outside of the section of the city that you stole it from and you're done. We don't need... well, this took me into a slightly different place. But I don't think that there's a lot in this area to collect either. And while these cars look nice, there's nothing special about them. Nothing that, at least me as not a super fan of cars, can tell. There's just all kinds of stuff around here. Let's take it easy and just see if most of the things seem to be starting in the other direction. So I think if I take this time trial challenge, which I believe to be somewhere over here. Still didn't figure out how to get in there. There it is. Let's see. There's a way to get inside this building that's a teleportation. But I have no idea where the teleporter is. It would have to be somewhat close to this area. Or at least you would think it would have to be somewhat close to this area. But it doesn't really have to be that close. Let's go over here.
She knows I hate pickle.
Let's see. Jump, jump, jump. Come to the edge, jump. And it just does not want to work when you're the Rocket Man, so we'll do it again as the farmer. Characters just dancing at random. I'm pretty sure that there have been some red bricks out there that make characters dance, which certainly could be useful. What was that? George Fartberryson? Oh yeah, that was a gag that happened really early in the game. And it sounded like a completely made up name, and then it turned out to not be a made up name. Or it was a made up name that somebody actually had. Alright. That's where we want to go. This one's Chase. And it seems like there's another couple different directions here. But let's do the race first. Go. I'm not 100% sure where I'm supposed to be going, so we might screw this up a little bit. So the thing here in particular is to not go the wrong direction and not miss any of the timers. There's a timer here, and then that's kind of all we needed. Oh. So at this point, you would kind of expect it to say, alright, well you've run out of time. There's no way you're gonna recover from this. You've gone way too far in the wrong direction. So while we got 31 seconds to fail, let's run around and see if we can accomplish anything else. And as soon as I hit the ground, it's gonna ask me to retry the challenge. And then it's gonna show several seconds of gameplay. Alright. Is that the first one that really needed to be collected? Is that really the second one? I feel like I'm missing some. I feel like I missed a couple. I guess we'll do this and see how this turns out, I guess. And then you're supposed to jump through that. And then you can jump through that. Let's see. Did I miss any? Alright. That's 6 of 7. So we should be good. Actually, if I just slide under here and hit that. This is gonna fling me. Wow, this is flinging me really, really high. Right into the baseball sign. Now unlock the baseball player. Okay. What I think I learned from that is that the ways around here. Let's just break everything here and see if that does anything. Still cannot figure out where that teleporter is. Yeah, so what I think I've learned from this is that there's a path this way. Just to tap A still. When we get over to it. Right. So over here is a secret little teleport. Nope, that takes me to a different area. Let's just take a moment to scan around. We want to be over there. And maybe that is the teleporter though that I needed. Oh man. Now we gotta test two things. Right. See if this flings us that way. Come on, climb. We're back to the annoying lawnmower sound effects. Alright. Teleport. It is the teleporter. Shaky Harry. Which it's not a good name or reference to like Dirty Harry. So I don't know if maybe he drinks too much coffee and that's why they're saying he's shaky. I guess that would be the implication. And maybe it's not a reference to Dirty Harry at all. So to get up on this building, I think I probably have to use the bird and the farmer. Yeah, otherwise it doesn't seem like there's a way to get on top of any of these buildings. This is just an alleyway that means and does nothing. This might be a way up too, because we were doing this. Yep. Let's try this first. Yep. Let's see what is up here. Are we going the right direction? No, it seems like I probably already did whatever I needed to do in this area. Either that or there was absolutely nothing to do in this area. Yeah, this is all up here. Here, can we just get up there without having to deal with that? Yeah. So, jump on this, like that. So we've unlocked a wrapper. And yeah, we see something here, we see something here. Over in this direction, we've got a couple of things to get. There's like apparently a super brick over in that direction also. Can I fly and make it over to those areas though? It's gonna be iffy. Just gotta hope it works. And it didn't. Yep. See what this does. Lets me inside to get TNT. And that is it. And they turned the transporter so it's facing sideways for no good reason. It's just now you're seeing the bad face of it. I feel like these would have been alarms that you would have had to shoot. I think that's what they are. So totally feels like that was going to be a part of this game, is as an undercover cop you were going to shoot alarms and turn off sirens. Alright, so I've got to take my pick next recording whether I want to make an effort to fly from these buildings, or whether I want to fly from the side buildings. You still clearly have things all over the place. I'm using the phrase things far too often. There's something over here to do also. There's a whole bunch of stuff over here to do. So, yeah, this area is still missing quite a bit, and it actually has more stuff to do in this area. Well, that's LEGO City in total. Cherry Trail Hills in general has still a lot to do. Also, like we could specifically see it's 75% complete there. Hey, this is actually working. 96% here. I would have sworn I had done everything. I guess there's some character tokens I missed. 12% done on the Auburn Bay Bridge. 100% on Lady Liberty Island. 100% there. 100% there. 84% here, 77% here, 86% here. We started in this area, we're 90%. We spent most of our time here, we're at 97%. And there is one character token missing. 45% here, 57% here, 23% here, no big surprise there, 52% there. This whole uptown section in particular needs more work done on it. Fresco's at 91%, so there's still things to do. This island is 100%. Let's see. This bridge is 100%. The forest is at 32%. There's a ton of stuff to do there. The forest meadows is at 39%. So yeah, just a lot of stuff still needing to be done, and I guess that's where it comes down to, that we are at 74.6% done. It's just that there's just so much more still, and I guess that makes sense when we look at the numbers. We have 219 of 305 character tokens. We have 89 of 120 vehicle tokens. The vehicle tokens are not going up very fast. And we have 334 of 450 gold bricks, which, yeah, that number's not going up very fast either. So I suspect, I said like 5 hours ago, 2 hours ago, honestly now I would reevaluate and say maybe another 10 hours from this point to get everything done. It's quite the grind. That's going to be it for this recording though. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to further follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. And if you want to support me even further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.